So I'm usually a pretty big wuss when it comes to horror movies, but with it being spooky season, I thought I would be brave and branch out and try and watch some of them. So today I'm watching the 1984 film Children of the Corn. I know it is a Stephen King adaptation. I've watched a few of his other adaptations and I've really enjoyed them. You can check out those reactions on my channel as well. I haven't read any of Stephen King's books. I definitely need to, especially now that I've seen some of the film adaptations. My only prediction for this film is that it will be a literal title and that there will be a Children of the Corn. I'm not sure how corn is supposed to be scary. I don't know the cast, the director, anything like that. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and check back often for more awesome content. Yeah, kids in horror movies usually freak me out. It's just something that's supposed to be so innocent and then turned evil. So yeah, I'm very cautious already. And we've seen Stephen King uses kids as main characters in his books quite frequently as well. Is that an actual town in Nebraska?
Sarah was homesick with Mom. She'd come down with the fever real sudden.
And having this kid voiceover as well, we're really hearing it from their perspective.
Dad was worried, so he went to call Mom first thing.
It's been better. I'm gonna call your mom, okay?
Is the book written from the perspective of the kids? Comment below and let me know.
That's when I saw Malachi and the others. I guess their meeting with Isaac was over.
This actor looks familiar, and Malachi and Isaac are very biblical names as well.
There you go, Joby.
Oh, thanks.
He's like, I'm not letting this straw get in the way of my strawberry shake. What do they have planning? Of course, the corn, salt, and pepper shakers.
Good coffee.
This kid looks like pure evil. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but wah! That good coffee poison? What's happening? Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! They just have these weapons hidden in here? Is that a sickle? Oh my god! Off to a very graphic start. This little menace. Oh my god. Oh! No, 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 no! Oh god! Just watching his dad get cleaved to death. Cheese and rice. Well, this took a turn. What the fudge?
What are you kids do?
The kids are killing all the adults? What's happening?
Started drawing these pictures.
Well, Sarah, that's a horribly accurate description. They all have smiles on their faces. Linda Hamilton from Terminator is in this? What?
Now I can stay out late with my buddies. I can do the things that I want to do.
Oh my.
Hello? Hello, maid service.
We'll be out in a minute.
Why did that sound like Bart Simpson? So it's just been kids alone for 3 years?
Well, you just better mind him till I get back. Or else, you know what happens.
I don't like where that's going. They can't draw, they can't listen to music. They're kids.
You tell anybody I'm gone.
We won't.
Cross your heart, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye.
The truest pact that there ever was, yes.
What that means now. If you tell, you're gonna burn on the lake of fire for all eternity.
Well, that's graphic and dark for small children.
Go! Nobody's looking! Nobody's looking!
Yeah, he's taking his suitcase. Good luck, man. Just corn for miles and miles and miles. Yeah, how would you even know what direction you're going in? You could go in circles and never know, like. This kid's gonna run out into the middle of the road, isn't it?
I spy, my little eye, something that begins with the letter C.
Children of the Corn.
There are many mansions in this house, but there's no room for the fornicator.
Oh my. I'm curious when the credits roll up if there was child actors in this who are, you know, really famous now. I like that they're trying to make corn scary. There's these close-ups of the stalks. Oh my. Oh no, what? Oh! Oh no! He tried so hard to escape.
Wonder how it got in here.
And now kids are also killing kids. It's gonna get very Lord of the Flies.
It's not on here.
It's not on here. It's gotta be on here soon.
Fred, look out!
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god. He survived the stabbing, but he's not gonna live from this.
Right?
I gotta go back there, okay? Just stay here and try and rest.
That kid is... The body count on this is adding up real quick.
And keep all the doors locked until I get back.
Why? Where are you going?
I'll tell you when I get back. Just do what I say.
Yeah, like there's nothing around for miles, so they should already be suspicious of where this kid came from. I think it would have been a very short movie if that kid would have made it into the car. And just seeing the shadow, oh my god, no!
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, that got me so good. Freaking jump scares. I definitely woke up the cats. Cheese and crackers. Where are they gonna take him? I mean, I'm glad they're not leaving him in the middle of the road, but also...
I'll get it first. Will not. Will too. Will not. Will too. Oh yeah, how?
That'll work, yeah.
How much? $13,100.
That's accurate, yeah, that's a correct number, yeah.
Okay, 2,000.
Seems like a fair trade, you know. Inflation these days, who can keep up?
And we're gonna put him in jail. What if he gets a get out of jail free card?
I like this logic. Ah!
But they had a game in music. They're forbidden.
Question me not, Malachi.
Malachi is a real fun guy.
Will.
No games, no music, can't play dress up. These kids. You killed off all the adults and now you still can't do fun things. Something's wrong here, man.
I think it's repulsive.
And of course, the yellow car. Corn is yellow. Ah.
Oh.
Is this the old man? Oh, the pup. Oh, the pup's his mechanic.
And you'll be in Hemingford in no time. Right. Sarge, I said at ease.
Such a precious pup. Sarge, he can tell a storm is coming.
Sarge!
His little tippy-tappy paws. Whoa, that's cool with the clouds. How they just were like flying past.
Must be our day. Didn't the last sign we saw say Gatlin was 3 miles and point that way?
That's what I...
Yeah, they're all going different directions.
Them Bud Lights ain't worth a damn. Blow over in a bad fart.
No, no, no. No, is that his bandana? Oh, Sarge. No, I hate it when the dog dies.
I know you're in here.
Oh, that's a creepy shot. This kid is frickin' terrifying.
Devil.
Yep, that's a great way to describe it. Oh my god. Oh! These are very graphic weapons. Yep. Oh my god. Bye. He's gonna be joining Sarge. The road literally leads through the cornfields? No, thank you. No, that's a trap for sure. I bet you he's wishing he spent a few more hours at the hotel now.
Just tell me where we are.
I don't know.
They're not in Gatlin, that's for sure, because Gatlin doesn't exist. Like, you could just be driving in circles. I mean, eventually they'll run out of gas, but still. There's the same gas station. Yep.
God, we're going there right now. Don't ever show up in my emergency room, buddy.
What does that mean? He wouldn't treat him? Plus, he's already dead, so joke's on you.
A test is at hand. The final test.
Was that a kid on the cross, or was that just like a scarecrow?
Has great power. Even greater than that of the Blue Man. The Blue Man!
Oh, they killed the police officer. Oh, my.
Make sacrifice unto him. Bring him the blood of the Outlander. Praise God.
This is not looking good. These kids are some dark ideas.
Praise God. Praise the Lord. Praise God. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, you think some of the older kids would want to leave or be able to get away, but everybody seems to be staying. Maybe they're too afraid to go, and obviously we saw what happened to Joseph.
Looks like a swinging place.
Did they kill off literally like the whole town? Like every adult at once? What was the ratio of kids to adults? How did the adults not outnumber the kids?
I hope not. God, I don't see anybody.
It's kind of reminding me a little bit of In the Mouth of Madness when they drive into town. Comment below, did they actually film this in Nebraska? I know Stephen King's, a lot of his stories take place in Maine, but this is definitely not Maine.
Got me. Phew.
And I know Nebraska and corn are go well together. Like, well, that's one of the things they're most well known for.
There's something very strange about this town.
Maybe you're right.
What did they do with all the bodies? Yes, get out of there, save yourselves! Yeah, he who walks behind the rose. They've said that so many times already. And Sarah has it in her drawing as well. That one didn't get me. Oh man, they friggin' jump scares.
Don't be afraid. We didn't mean to scare you.
Sarah's like, you're the one who should be afraid. Is she the bait? I hope they didn't use her as bait to trap these two.
Who's Isaac?
Come on, sweetheart.
That's what they put the bodies in the cornfields? Oh, God. It's super creepy, and yeah, I don't think it's gonna end well for Bert or Vicky, but yeah, I'm very curious to see where it's gonna go, if there's gonna be some kind of twist or anything like that. These kids are definitely giving me like Village of the Damned vibes, meets Lord of the Flies, meets Korn. Not the band, the food, you know. And this like creepy POV, we know he's being watched by these kids. It almost sounds like the Jaws theme song. These very menacing kids with their weapons. And also, how did an entire town of adults go missing and nobody inquired? Except for that one police officer? Like, assuming the adults had family in other cities and other states that would have looked for them. I don't know, how do you explain that away?
Anybody here?
And of course they're framed just so you can't see their heads. Oh, here we go. The ringleader.
We want to give you peace.
Nope, nope. Very different definitions of peace. Run! If only she had Terminator in this one, that would have come in real handy. Very bizarre crossover episode, but I'd still watch it. Dragons? Ah! Here's Malachi!
That's weird here. Safe.
Are we safe?
That's weird.
He's like, you know what, actually I should get back. This dragon picture is making me a little anxious. Not the fact that there's no one in town and all the signs are pointing to this town that doesn't exist, but, you know, the dragon photo, that got me. Oh, the corn in the engine. Who hasn't been there?
What happened? Where's Vicky? You gotta think. Now think. What happened to her, please?
That's a creepy POV for sure.
Speak to you, Isaac. He speaks to me always.
He's like, how dare you question my authority?
Think.
Malachi.
What?
Malachi.
Who's Malachi? What do you mean?
She's like, there's so much you don't know. How much time do you have? Oh my god, let's start at the beginning. Let me draw you some pictures.
Vicky!
Did the corn just part ways for him to enter? Like the Red Sea. Yeah, if the corn starts parting ways on its own. See you later. Oh my god! They're gonna corn crucify her? Yeah, and now you're face to face with a skeleton. Oh my god. These kids are awful. Cheese and rice. Maybe if they're allowed to play games once in a while or listen to music. All their bad influences straight from Isaac. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my god, they are taking some creative liberties with his artwork. Oh my, is it spewing fire? A corn cup. The props department must have had the most ridiculous time trying to find all these corn-themed items, or had to make some.
What are you, crazy? What do you think you're doing?
My passage. It's my birthday.
You got a pretty sick way of celebrating.
It's Bert's birthday too.
Should be.
Amos,
It's as it is written.
speak no more to him. He is an unbeliever.
Shun the non-believer.
So young.
Not die. We go to him. The first night of our 19th year.
Oh no. Oh! They just took a very much a Logan's Run turn where they kill them all off at their 19? Cheese and rice. That's why there's no older kids around. Oh my god, of course in the center of town too.
Got you next time.
The yellow pillar.
You can do it.
Outlander!
All I can think of is the TV show Outlander when he yells that.
Isaac, you are the one who's lost favor with him. He's the god of blood and sacrifice, not ceremony.
I feel like they both go more for the Old Testament. Ah!
I've shown them what I can do. Cut the woman down. Put Isaac in her place.
The tables have turned! Oh, Isaac has been dethroned. Oh. We've got a civil war going on here. Bye, Isaac. You were horrible.
Outlander, maybe you don't hear so well.
Oh! This is giving me like Wicker Man vibes also.
Celebrate my birthday.
No, no, sir. Oh, Isaac, taste of your own medicine.
Your fate. I am the Word and the giver of his laws. This is the end.
Who is this who walks behind the rose? I thought it was Isaac, but obviously not. I'm very curious as to where they filmed. It would be a lot easier for production to have a town that you could just take over. Maybe they found a ghost town that had been abandoned. I don't know.
I'm ready!
Oh God, what's happening here? Something's eating him alive! Oh, what is this? Aliens? Wow, look at these effects! Whoa! Oh my God, what is that? Oh God! Right in the corn. Oh, bonked him. Cheese and rice. What just happened to Isaac?
Did you hear that before, Isaac? Did you?
They're like, wait a minute. You're making me question everything I know.
Without love and compassion is false. It's a lie.
Oh, cue Malachi. Yeah. He's like, I just got my power. I'm not giving it up. Oh, with the chains. Just slapping him. Oh my God. Backhand after backhand. Take that, Malachi. What? Isaac the Burnt.
You too, Malachi.
What?
He wants you to.
What is this? Oh, just open flame in a cornfield. Great idea. Bye, Malachi. Cheese and rice.
Vicky!
Bert! Over here! You're hurt!
The storm? Yeah, what's going on?
Help me move.
See if you can find me a thick rag!
Joby, come here!
He's like, these are my only clothes. No, these are my only clothes, lady. Oh my God, what? The corn's attacking? What? What? How is this possible? Oh my God, the corn's got a mind of its own. Not only are the kids, you know, very dark thoughts, but now the corn is literally attacking you. Who's cutting them free? Oh yeah, our man Job. Or Arrested Development style, Gob. The irrigation system, okay, that's cool. They're just gonna douse the corn. Yeah, oh my God! What is this? That's smart, that'll work for sure. Oh my God, what is this thing? What is this? It almost looks like a brain, looks like gray. Oh no. You didn't even hit the corn. No, Job! No, 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 we can't lose Job. Yes, yes, throw it right. There we go, finally. Comment below, did they actually set a field on fire? That seems very dangerous. Oh my God. Cheese and rice. That thing, whatever it was very flammable. Oh my God.
Come on, let's go!
Yeah, let's not stick around and watch, bud. Whoa! Okay. Oh, and like a face in the cloud almost too. Okay. Was it supposed to be a demon or something? What was that?
Then why are we still running?
Or some kind of monster? Yeah, they didn't really explain it. Or the devil? Did they go for like a literal, you know, possessed by the devil? I don't know. The red just made me think of that.
Can't believe it.
Please tell me they're taking these two with them.
I'll grab the map.
Seattle.
Oh my god, the frickin' jump scare. No, 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 no. How long has she been waiting in the... Oh my god, no!
You must die!
Door to the face. Also, just want to bring mention that they have a body in the trunk this whole time. And someone will run the plates and figure out that this is their car. If they have very basic police work, they will figure out that he's has this kid in the trunk of his car. Oh my gosh, I don't recognize any of these names. So that was my first time watching the 1984 film Children of the Corn, based off the Stephen King short story. Let me know in the comments, is this true to the book? I haven't read the story, so I'm very curious if they took any creative liberties, if it's literally page for page. I know sometimes Stephen King is involved in the adaptation, so was he involved in this at all, or did he just, you know, get a paycheck and see the movie when it came out? We've definitely seen several Stephen King film adaptations that have children as the main character, so I wasn't really surprised to see children as the main characters in this. I still think it's super creepy anytime we have little kids in horror movies. It's just something that shouldn't mix, and even with the music, having this like gospel soundtrack playing in the background where these horrible things are happening, obviously Isaac being the leader of this group, but they also have this rule where, you know, when you turn 19, you have to sacrifice yourself basically to he who walks behind the rose, which I also thought was Isaac, but the way they were alluding to it, we obviously found out it was something else. They never really said what it was, this he who walks behind the rose. We definitely saw that thing like burrowing under the ground, and the corn was moving on its own, the big storm clouds coming in. So I don't know if it was supposed to be a monster or a spirit, a demon, something like that. I'm hoping the book explains more, but yeah, let me know in the comments if what it's actually supposed to be. Whatever it was obviously very powerful, and the kids were terrified of it, and it had this power over them even higher than Isaac and Malachi. And then we saw Isaac kill Malachi in this as well, so I'm curious with the way this ended if there are sequels or remakes, just with the ending that we had with the fire being set to the field, if any of the kids, you know, survived, if they would go after them, what that would look like. So yeah, let me know in the comments if there are sequels or remakes or anything like that. I'm also very curious how they created that fire. It looked very realistic, so I'm hoping they didn't set an actual fire to this field, but who knows. There was a little bit of special effects, and I'm very curious how they made that like burrowing underground section, so let me know in the comments if you know how they did that. I love practical effects, and given the time, I'm assuming most of it would have been done practically. I'm guessing a little bit of animation with the special effects when Isaac is being shot up into the sky, and we have his body kind of turn yellow and orange and red, and then eventually just be set on fire. Those effects definitely looked dated, but I didn't care. It was such a small part of the film. If we had had effects like that in every scene, it probably would have taken, you know, some of the fear away, but I think it just added to the element of we didn't really know what was happening, and just to see him be taken up into the sky like that was so bizarre. At first I thought it was aliens even, because that's usually, you know, when we look up in horror movies, it's usually aliens are coming down, and we kind of had that POV from the sky as well. For a movie that was mostly with child actors and teenage actors and maybe some in the early 20s, I don't know, but I still feel like they did a decent job. Some parts I thought were a little cheesy, but I don't care. I still enjoyed it, and especially for Job and Sarah, who were the youngest and had the most lines and, you know, had to convey some big feelings. I think they did a great job. I didn't recognize the actors' names in the credits, so let me know in the comments, did they go on to do other things? Did any of the actors from this? Obviously, I know Linda Hamilton went on to be in the Terminator franchise. Did anybody else from this film go on to do anything that I would recognize? I think it would have been fun to be in the props and set deck for this movie. Definitely very niche, trying to find a lot of corn-themed decor and objects. We had like the salt and pepper shakers were corn. It looked like they had taken a bowl and then glued corn to the outside when Amos, you know, was having his horrible birthday celebration, which definitely reminded me of Logan's Run. But trying to find all these different corn-themed pieces and how much corn they used, I wonder how much they went through, and The fields looked very real, so I'm assuming they used real corn for everything, but yeah, let me know in the comments. I think this might be one of the few Stephen King adaptations that I've seen that doesn't take place in Maine. I know that's where he's from. A lot of his stories are based there, so it was interesting to see it take place somewhere else. Obviously, Maine isn't known for corn, and they would need to place it somewhere in the Midwest to have this corn element. I know Nebraska is very well known for its corn. I still think it would have been possible for these kids to survive on their own for 3 years. I know some of them were older, but the fact that they were somehow able to keep this crop going on its own for 3 years, like someone had to harvest all that, replant it, do it again. Like, I feel like that would have been a very big job, and it only looks like, you know, if you're killing off the older kids, even if there was only like 4 or 5 older kids, there was miles and miles of that stuff. Like, that would have been a huge undertaking. I'm not saying it wouldn't have been possible. It just seems highly unlikely that that would have happened. And that nobody showed up to look for these adults. We had the blue man, the police officer who came in, but after the police officer went missing, more police officers didn't come to look for him, and none of these family had, you know, people out of states. I know these are irrelevant plot points, but that was kind of in the back of my mind. I was like, okay, I suspended my disbelief while I was watching the movie, but I feel like that would kind of get to you at some point. It was definitely great to see Linda Hamilton in this. I've only ever seen her in Terminator, and I loved her performance in that, so it was great to see her in this, and I was worried her character was going to be killed off when we had that scene right when it looked like someone was going to attack her in the car. I was like, oh, frick, you know, she was in this, but we're only going to have a few scenes. Luckily, she was able to make it to the very end of the movie, and somewhat of a happy ending, I guess, for a horror movie. They walk off to this town that hopefully exists and, you know, burn the field, and as far as the audience knows, like, the only ones left are the girl in the car and Job and Sarah, who've now been kind of adopted by Vicky and Bert. I don't know what their plan is to do with the rest of them. Obviously, their actual parents have passed away. I thought it was interesting how Sarah, this little girl, had the ability as a seer. She could draw things and predict the future. That was cool. We've definitely seen psychic abilities and supernatural elements in other Stephen King novels. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Firestarter as well, which had a very similar ending with, you know, everything being set on fire and a little girl as well. I feel like it was super creepy. The pacing was good. There were scary elements pretty much right from the beginning. Like, the jump scares got me more times than I'd like to admit. I always fall for them, and they were just so creepy. And having these kids, again, it's just the fact that all these kids banded together because Isaac told them to, and they all just killed their parents or other kids' parents, whatever it was, but like wiped out an entire town's worth of adults, and then just went around, and it's not even like they were trying to rebuild this like peaceful community. They were still thriving in violence and doing all these horrible things, and then took away all things that kids would have liked. Like, there's no games, there's no music, they're not allowed to play anything, like no drawing. Like, you think if you'd kill the adults, kids would just run wild and do all the things that the parents told them not to do. You think they'd be playing video games for 24 hours a day or doing whatever they wanted, but Isaac just had them so much under his thumb. Or I guess he who walks behind the rows had them under their thumb and was just keeping them in line. And even Amos sacrificed himself, you know, because he thought he was so dedicated to this philosophy that they had been taught that that's what he had to do. But no games, no nothing, no joy. Like, there was very few scenes where kids were smiling or happy. Even poor Joseph, who tries to run away, gets taken down. I don't know where he was gonna go, but the fact that he had already decided, this is a bad place, I need to escape, I don't want to stay here anymore. And also the impending doom of when you turn 19, you would be killed off. Like, they definitely did a good job of placing them in this remote, isolated location where no one was showing up. It had been 3 years. They'd gotten away with it for this long. Like, they would have just kept going for forever, basically, if nobody had stopped them. When we first see the car, you know, pull in, I was expecting kind of one of the stereotypical horror tropes where the car would break down or they'd run out of gas, which somehow they never did, even when they're, you know, ripping through the cornfields. But the fact that they hit that kid with his car was horrifying. And then again, at the end, they just leave him in the trunk. Like, I don't know what they would have done with him anyway, but it's like, your plates are on that car. They know that car belongs to you, Bert. They're gonna figure it out eventually. Somebody at some point is gonna find this, and you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. It definitely reminded me of Wicker Man as well, especially when they're trying to sacrifice Vicky, and obviously all the religious icons had corn on them. Their weapons had corn on them. Everything, and the chanting, definitely reminded me of Wicker Man as well, as they're sacrificing this person. And I thought they did an interesting job of incorporating the color yellow as well, as obviously yellow is associated with corn. Even Vicky and Bert's car is yellow. That pillar in the middle of the road had yellow on the bottom, and obviously lots of corn themed decor. Definitely a high body count, as obviously an entire town of adults is wiped out in the first 10 minutes of the movie. I don't know how many there was, hundreds probably, and they're all gone. Didn't look like a massive town, but obviously now there's half the population is gone. And there wasn't a ton of blood or gore or anything like that. There was a little bit, but nothing over the top. I still don't know what this would be rated. And the fact that they kept that one old man around for gas and oil for their farming equipment, but he didn't try and leave. He obviously knew what had happened, but he didn't try to go tell anybody. He was just like, okay, this is fine. Probably out of fear that the kids were going to kill him. And obviously that's what we saw happen as well. And it was so heartbreaking to see the dog go. I always get so excited when I see the dogs in horror movies, and then it's a very sharp reminder that the dog probably won't make it. The soundtrack was super creepy. It definitely reminded me a little bit of Jaws soundtrack, and there was some like the gospel music coming in, and obviously the kids chanting as well, their religious songs, and it was just so eerie and definitely very creepy. When they were shouting Outlander and calling them an interloper as well, I'd never heard that term. I'm guessing that's from the book or the short story, but Outlander, obviously there is a TV show named Outlander as well, but the fact that they're very much against anybody from the outside and want to have zero contact with anybody, and they're killing their own. They don't want new people coming in. I thought part of keeping the old man around was so that they could have anybody who came by sent into the corn, as obviously they're making these sacrifices to he who walks behind the rows, so they would need people. And then when he tried to send them to the different town, either he was genuinely trying to save them or he knew the signs were mixed up and that they would just end back there anyway. It definitely would have been frustrating. You're trying to leave and it seemed like they were in the car. We had lots of scenes in the car with them trying to get away. Overall, I thought it was super creepy. These kids who've attacked all the adults in town and seemingly had no problem with doing it. They are obviously so convinced that Isaac was right and that this was the plan that they had to go with. And even when Bert is questioning them, like, why did you suddenly believe him? Like, why did you think this was the right way to go? And we don't know much about the kids' backstory. We basically meet them and this is it. We do have Job as kind of our narrator at the beginning and have him at the ice cream shop with his dad as well. But how horrific would that be to see your dad just brutally murdered in front of you? I thought the soundtrack was super creepy. The special effects probably could have used some updating. The child acting was really decent. I feel like the actor who played Malachi may have overdone it at some parts. He was so creepy, and the fact that he was just so violent and they were more afraid of him than Isaac. They're like, don't send him in. He was, the henchman. He was the one doing all of these horrible things, and nobody wanted to hear his name, basically even heard. I'm curious to see what the difference is between the books, so yeah, let me know in the comments how true to the short story the movie is. And if there are sequels or remakes or anything like that and you think I should watch those, please let me know. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Is that an actual town in Nebraska? He's like, I'm not letting this straw get in the way of my strawberry shake. Of course, the corn, salt, and pepper shakers. Is that a sickle? I think it would have been a very sharp movie if that kid would have made it into the car. Oh, just open flame in a cornfield. Great idea. But, the dragon photo, that got me. That's why there's no older kids around.